what's changed on the individual side, from related to unemployment benefits to housing situations, their financial situation, legal proceedings, not proceeding, or proceeding without in person?
So first of all, I miss people. I don't see people that much. You know, I used to have 10, 12 client intakes a day, most days. So I'd talk face to face. And that's why I like doing what I do, is because of the interaction and trying to help people with their individual problem and listening to them and again, trying to answer questions. And so I miss that a great deal. I'm still having Zoom meetings, but most of them are with existing clients. But you know, when you're meeting with 10 to 12 new people a day, it makes for pretty good variety. And so I'm looking forward to getting back to that. Secondly is with existing clients, it's just tougher. I mean, they want to know what's going on with their case. Maybe it's a criminal case, and obviously that makes them nervous, or a divorce case, and that makes them nervous and anxious. And so they just want to put that part of their life behind them. And all I can tell them is, you can't right now. And so, you know, we're still trying to communicate with them. We're still answering any questions they have, emailing them. We're still meeting with the prosecutors on the criminal case. We're still trying to settle our cases, our personal injury cases. We're talking with adjusters. My partner, John Rhame, does a lot of divorce work. He's trying to do settlement conferences with the other side via Zoom or telephonic. He even had a hearing the other day by Zoom. That worked out pretty well. You know, he's a 71-year-old guy that's challenged technologically. And so I was shocked to hear John report to me that it went well. But they exchanged the exhibits ahead of time. There were an attorney on the other side, a judge. Witnesses were, testimony was taken from witnesses, but you know, we can make it work. It's just new challenges like we've talked about. My grandfather's passed away. My grandmother's 85, and I don't think until their mid-70s did they have a will or a trust, yet they had a son that was a lawyer, a grandson that was a lawyer, and probably since they were 55, every time we got together for Christmas, we told them, you need to really talk to a lawyer to get that will and trust done. But you know, people don't want to deal with what could be construed as negative things when it turns into a positive if you actually deal with it and get it done.
What would you say to somebody that might be watching this and say, you know what, I got a question, but I feel it's just too intimidating to call an attorney, or I feel like, oh my God, it's going to cost me a fortune?
It can sway the other side, but we really are pretty free with our advice and an initial free consultation. I mean, I'm not going to sit and talk with you for an hour or two, but if you've got a couple of questions or you want to schedule a free consultation on any matter that we handle, we're fine with that. I mean, I'll answer a question on the phone and not send you a bill. I mean, I'm not going to let you abuse it, but you know, because we do bill for our time and that's how we make a living. But we're pretty open with our advice initially when people have questions, and it shouldn't be intimidating. I understand why people could feel that way. I get it. I do this every day, but we got a pretty friendly staff and friendly attorneys, so we're receptive to it. One of the first days of this, when we shut our doors to the public but still manned the office, is we posted on our social media that, look, we're available for phone conferences, for Zoom meetings, video meetings, however you want to do it. We can still be available, and we will make ourselves available. And you know, I want to thank our staff also, now that I have an opportunity, because number one, it's really tough coming in like a couple have when you have these fears. It's also really tough and takes dedicated employees to work from home. And for the most part, all of our staff has done a great job, and to other businessmen, I'm sure they feel the same way. So probably forced us into more of a paperless office. We've kind of limped along, and I accept blame for that because I like to look at the folders and the files and the paper discovery. But yeah, we've learned that we got to get better at that. And we thought we were more ready than we were for paperless. I think we have all the technology to do it. I know we do, because we've invested over the last 4 or 5 years to get there. This definitely pushed us to need to get there. and it just reminded us of the benefits of doing it. So, which will benefit our clients greatly. Yeah, so instead of having to pull 12 physical files for a prosecutor appointment, I've had 3 of those today. So multiply that times 3, so 45 files roughly having to be pulled and then looked at and then put back. I can simply look at my iPad, go to the documents within the iPad, and it's just a lot easier and more efficient.
Anything else you would want? We'll put this into a little recap, selecting out the bits, but anything else you'd want to convey, as long as they're hearing it right from you?
Simply thank you to everybody that trusted us in advising them during this very, very difficult time. I've seen a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, myself included. And so I just want to thank everybody for trusting us, and hopefully if we created a new relationship during this pandemic, we can continue that relationship. And just good luck getting your business back on solid ground if it's not. And just everybody stay safe.